All right, let me talk to Futa.
So
Snake
fucking
in a
funny.
Second. I'm gonna get another beer though. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh yes, another beer. I'm shitting and pissing right now, and coming and farting.
What?
Wow. Busy lady.
Hope he's not in a pizza place.
Me either. All right, let me bring it. This is Futa Snake. Futa Snake was a friend of Lowtax's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she posted some.
Hey, you handsome bastards.
Hi, hello. Let me turn you. Oh, Sean, you got it, right?
I got it.
Turn her up a little
I can
bit.
turn it up if need be.
So, you were a friend of Lowtax's, and I saw you on Twitter posting about Lowtax and his ex-wife sending you all these irate messages, even after his death.
Yeah.
Basically, like
within like 40 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say I think that he was done really dirty
Sure
and
seems
was
like it.
piled on by a bunch of like maniac activists who don't understand
Yeah.
how abusive relationships actually work in the real world.
It's give and take, 100%.
Yeah, and I fucking hate family court and think that it is hugely biased against men and fucks them up big time. And it's why I've always said you got to be terrified of marriage. Like, I know it's cool now to say, oh, it's really awesome to be married. You got to get married and have kids right away. And my position has always been, you need to fear that. You need to be terrified of that. Don't be a fucking idiot, right? Anyway, you were saying you were kind of giving Lowtax's side of it, so I thought it'd be nice to have you on and talk about it.
I definitely appreciate the chance to do so. I wasn't like exactly best friends with Lowtax or anything, but I did kind of get close to him in his like past 4 years, I suppose.
Yeah.
I met him because I was just shitposting him on Twitter about Schmorky after Schmorky got outed out as a diaper fur fag pedophile, all that fun stuff.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah,
diaper
basically.
fur. Okay, go ahead.
And then I don't know. I was doing porn at the time. I don't do it as often anymore, but at the time it was basically just like, oh, I'll just like tweet out my porn to people and shit, especially if they give me any sort of attention.
Yeah.
And so like naturally I sent it to Lowtax and whatnot because I grew up on Something Awful. I was a huge fan of his.
As a creator, we appreciate it. The unsolicited porn. If anything takes anybody, if anyone takes something away from this talk, it's that.
Right.
That creators really appreciate the
audience creating content for them.
Porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
The worst part is it wasn't even for him. It was just freebies laying around. It wasn't like I was just like, oh shit, it's Lowtax. I need to go take some pictures for him.
Yeah.
The reason this is important is because apparently, because Lowtax had he got a little bit of simp brain, don't get me wrong, but he ended up like wanting to play some co-op games with me and stuff. So he ended up buying me Warhammer Inquisitor and EDF Iron Rain, but there was some issues with him trying to like send me a PSN card because it was like tied to the US and I'm Canadian. So he had to order it from Amazon and then like just ship it to my house and whatnot. And that's when his wife, I guess, picked up on it. Why she had his credit card information, I'm not sure.
This is his first wife?
No, this is Ashley.
This is a second wife?
How many times have you been married?
2?
2, and then he was dating Logan Day, who was the kind of the hit squad with Kiwi Farms there.
Oh, okay. Does he have
she
kids
basically
with both of his ex-wives?
Yeah, he was. From my understanding, he was paying like both of them. What I have is like 2 weeks before his death is he's like, I'm paying women to brainwash my children against me, and then he lost his case and shot himself. So.
Yeah. Do you know any details about the case? Everything I know is either come from you or that.
A lot about the case he wasn't allowed to talk about. Just in general NDAs, all that shit. And he wanted to win the case, right? And I mean, he kind of went all in on like, I'll never be guilty. I'll never be any of this. But unfortunately, so he never really fully talked about everything. I do know that his first wife was keeping his kids away from him. People say it's because like he had told Lauren he didn't want to talk to her anymore and whatnot. I've heard that it was because of they were religious and he's atheist and he was ranting about that. And
no, she's
blah, blah,
weaponizing
blah.
the kids.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah, it's ultimately it's weaponizing.
That's
the
what
kids.
it is. That's what fucking horrible people do. That they to use the kids as
how
a
could they
leverage.
not when they're setting up family court? How is there not a guy who's ever met a woman before who could say, "You guys realize that they're just gonna they'll just lie." Right? And fuck, fuck guys
I'm
over.
literally a tranny. Manipulation's kind of what I do. I can't say that too loud without getting canceled, though.
Okay.
So it's just the idea, though, like, me and Rich weren't having any sort of affair. I sent him some photos. We ended up playing co-op games. She noticed his credit card, and apparently she started giving him shit for having an affair with me. You saw the chat logs I had sent where she apparently has his chat logs, which means that she was going through his phone, saving all the pictures. I mean, it seems like she was more of the controlling one, trying to change the tiger stripes, if you will.
Yeah. So what happened after he died? When did you find out?
I found out, actually, I had a message in Twitter being like, so, what's up? And I just completely replied, like, out of context. And he's like, no, I meant Lowtax. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I saw on Facebook a few goon friends talking about his death and shit. And I was like, shit. I sent him a message on Sunday, and then it was just a dumb meme. And he said, LOL, or no, he said the hell, because it was the upgraded Mr. Ice Cool tattoo.
What the hell is that?
It's the old meme. It's like a fucking bodybuilder with like Mr. Ice Cool tattooed all over himself. Well, like he went all in on it again, I guess. So I had sent it to him, and that was the last I had spoken to him in that regards. But I guess he found out the court verdict on Monday, and I think it took him till Tuesday to finally pull the trigger. I'm not fully sure.
It took how long? He found out the verdict when?
Monday.
Going by the GoFundMe, it says Monday is when the court had settled.
Oh yeah.
And what was that? What was this? This was a child support or what?
Yeah, the verdict was
what
like
that was
what was
with
the case?
Ashley. The case was regarding owing money. Apparently, he had spitefully spent a lot of the money. I don't fully know the details there. From my understanding, what Rich had told me is that his money was still being held in escrow, and he was borrowing money at the time. So he was.
I mean, money isn't magical. Like, that's the worst part about this family court shit to me is, like, okay, you lost, so give him money. Like, I don't have any. What do you mean?
Right.
They know how money works just as well as I do.
Yeah.
What am I, a money? What, I got a money tree?
Right.
I don't have time to do.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I was
One of
holding
the
all
figures
this fucking
that was
money
getting
back.
thrown around was like $3,500 per month, and it's like the dude was bone broke.
$3,500 a month?
That's a fucking.
It's a lot for kids.
A lot of money.
That's tuition. That's private school tuition, motherfucker, and then some at the best school. So you talked to Lowtax before. I think I read some of the stuff you were posting, and he was pretty...
Yeah, I talked to him 2 weeks before he kind of pulled the trigger there, I guess. Maybe like 13 days, technically.
No pun intended.
And he was literally, like, he started with, like, hey, meat stream, and I was like, what? And he was just, like, talking about eating meat tubes for super chats. I was like, suicide via super chat. He's like, suicide via meat stream. And no, unfortunately, it wasn't really lying, I think.
Yeah.
Because I kind of went into it more, and he's like, no, I'm just kind of waiting for my body to die, or I'm going to flee the country.
I see, I read
His
that.
spirit was pretty dead already.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You know what's the worst thing, I think, with Lowtax is knowing all this stuff about him, I think, I mean, yeah, I get it. Like that. Usually people kill themselves around the show before, and I think, come on, man. You just had to get through that one day and maybe get through the next day too. Yeah. But with Lowtax, I'm like, yeah, man.
It's all what the problems mean to them.
He was trying to keep the gun out of his mouth, and even I know, like, no, he needed his sleep. I don't think he was selfish. I don't think any of that.
So much pain. The physical pain is just
the physical pain was bad. If you look on his Facebook, he's got pictures of his feet, and they're purple.
Yeah, you just never. That's yeah. I mean,
he said the surgery didn't really help his spine. Like, it just ended up causing more nerve damage.
Yeah,
like, apparently he had nerve damage from the surgery, like, taking too long and whatnot. So yeah, he ended up like.
And you can't meet him halfway. Like, all right, you're all fucking butchered up. Like, can I? Don't worry about the money. I don't need to get lawyers to rape you for money. And
No, because she's fucking
pull around
pissed
with
off.
you.
You cannot.
Yeah, even in the final
days,
days, you can see it's all spite. It's all spite.
We really live in hell, and all of these people are ghouls and demons, and they belong in hell here with us. It's horrible. Just horrible, and nobody can stop any of it.
The best comment I saw on Something Awful was that we deserved Lowtax, and it's unfortunately true. There's no better person who represents the incompetency and self-hypocrisy than Lowtax, really.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
SA kind of they went elitist and then they went all like SJW, and now they're just like self-righteous hypocrites. And that's one of the things that like Lowtax kind of hated in the end. But like, if you look at a lot of Lowtax's shit, he ended up putting his foot in his mouth. I mean, he literally posted that if you kill yourself with a daughter, like you're a selfish human being.
Yeah, I mean it's true. But
yeah, absolutely. But
still,
I mean, you have to also look at it from the other side of like the dude needed his rest, you know. So it's complicated. That's all I've wanted people that didn't like think about this is like it's complicated. It's not black and white.
Well, I think everyone always gets on that, like, let's shame suiciders, because I think they're so afraid of someone doing it to who's close to them, and they need to tell themselves that.
Yeah.
So they don't kill themselves.
It's all whatever you're going through, it's all what it means to you.
Oh, it's a coward's way out. Like, no, it's not. Everything's over. Fucking the whole universe goes. Bye, bam, everything's gone.
Doesn't matter what it means
they don't exist anymore.
Else. Oh, it only matters what it means to you.
Do we not have a right to our own life? Like, I'm allowed to smoke cigarettes and shit. Why can't I put a bullet in my body, you know?
No, you do not have that right, as it turns out.
Shit.
You can't put heroin or a bullet in your body. And now you can't abort anything, right? So now we have no bodily, and you have to get a vaccine. We have no bodily autonomy rights anymore. They've all been annihilated.
So he broke the law.
He broke the fucking law.
That's going to be a court
We're gonna dig him up, put him in cuffs. Lowtax would love that. Dig him up. Yeah. Put some cuffs on him, have some cops like dive in. You know how they always dive in aggressively for no reason?
Right, they all pile on, yeah.
Get him! His corpse is all...
Like fucking Steve Irwin jumping on a crocodile.
Gonna thumb up his ass.
Everybody else, yeah.
Throw him in the...
One of the
Watch
worst
your
parts
head!
I've had with all of this is like... So basically what happened with Logan Day...
I think he would think this is funny.
I was actually friends with Logan Day, sort of, before she ended up getting involved with Lowtax. And
I don't know who Logan Day is. I don't know who these
people
are.
Logan Day was his late girlfriend who ended up basically working with Ashli and Megan to help with the court case. But before she started dating Lowtax, she was already posting on fucking Kiwi farms for ways to take him down, basically. Like, she was taking relationship advice from Kiwi farms who already fucking hated him.
He had the worst taste in women.
Well, that's
I
think I told him that.
Her and she was an alcoholic. She used to be into the booger sugar, so she was
cocaine?
by no means like fucking. Yeah, it's cocaine.
We don't coke shame on this show.
The point just being is the fact that she was no saint herself, you know.
Well, I think I told him that the only thing he's really guilty of is like
bad
terrible taste, like he's got a terrible picker, you know, whatever you want. He's attracted to fucking dysfunctional chicks because he had problems himself. So
I guess not seeing his kids maybe was the worst part.
That was all he ever fucking talked about was his kids. If you watch the video of him crying into pizza, like it's about his daughter.
Oh man, I can't. I guess I could try to empathize with that. Like a woman works together with the government to take the two things I hate most in life: women and the government work together to take kids away.
Well, I don't think there's any state.
I feel like I could just shut it off, but I'm a psychopath. Lowtax was a very open person. He felt like when he talked, he would really try earnestly in things. You know, he was all out in the open.
Seemed like
even when he was doing dumb stuff like his stupid MLM mangosteen juice. This was the dumbest fucking idea ever.
I'm an idiot.
I talked about that with him, and he's like, I don't even know why that turned into a meme. Simply because I posted the mangosteen stuff because I liked it. That was it. That was all.
Yeah, because you're not thinking multiple steps ahead. Anyway, what were you saying about Logan Day? This other broad?
So Logan Day ended up kind of like babysitting him and like taking care of him while he was getting ready for surgery and stuff.
Yeah.
What happened apparently was, like, according to her report or whatever, she had like the night before his fucking big surgery.
Oh, he beat her. She says he beat her up, right? He called in right after that.
Yeah, he beat her up. Apparently beat her up. Meanwhile, it's like he stood up out of bed and fell onto her, and then like she kind of like recanted her story a little bit, and like there's just enough details with Logan Day that like you can't trust her as a like reliable narrator.
Yeah.
And then when her ex, like his ex-wife, fucking accuses me of having an affair I never had with him, there's 2 out of 3 women I don't trust.
Yeah, I remember when he called in after that Logan Day thing, thinking how retarded it sounded. But that's when he had to sell Something Awful, wasn't it? Because of that?
Yeah, it was. The Edmonton moderators got together and basically gave him an ultimatum, like, we will all quit on you.
Well, a lot of good that did him.
Yeah, no shit.
Right? I mean, all these
it was a spiral, start to finish. It was just a complete spiral. You can look at his history from when Schmorky was outed as a pedophile to the end, and it was just downhill the whole way.
What's the lesson that we can learn from this, Sean?
That the fucking
that people will always, and it's better to be infamous.
That will always use it for the worst intentions.
Yeah, the internet. Yeah.
Well, whatever
the internet
piece of
killed
technology.
Lowtax. He introduced him to all these broads and these people that fucked him over and killed him.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yep.
And they did it.
We'll weaponize because we're built for war like a chimpanzee.
Yeah,
that ain't a fucking coincidence, people.
Yeah,
not a coincidence.
I mean, I don't even see it as anything other than like, well, your ex-wife killed you by doing this. Like, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to?
And then immediately she goes on and shames him.
You did this. You
doing it to his children.
I saw that. Oh, he didn't even say anything to his kids before he killed him. I was like, you killed him. Get this through your head. You, through your selfish actions and treating this like it's a game, killed him. You did it. Yeah, he did it as well. But you fucking did this, and you can now think about it. So I know you won't. I know it's easy to just dump it on the guy and he can't say anything to defend himself, but you fucking killed him.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've went on my little crusade here of just trying to get his word out, because, I mean, 2 weeks before, he literally blamed his ex-wives for making him want to kill himself, so...
Something Awful killed him. His own site. Yeah. Fucking, that's how he met all these fucking lunatics, right?
Sure.
Anyway. What about his family? You talked to any of them?
I was in contact with 2 members of his family. The most I want to really mention is the fact that one of them had said, like, does nobody find it strange that his ex-wife is basically dancing on his grave?
Oh, it's just so craven and crass that they're even talking about it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's just like sharing my truth. Like, just fuck them.
Yeah, I don't know about a surprise. People are capable of all kinds of despicable.
They just want the juice. So. They want the goss.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And like,
say more.
People, like, I've been posting on the Something Awful memorial thread because, again, I ended up selling my Twitter account for $2,000 in Ethereum, so it buys a few accounts.
Really?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Are you into NFTs? Are you going to get into the Stone Toss
I'm actually
NFTs?
getting into NFTs now because I got all my gas fees and shit paid up. So me and Lowtax actually 2 weeks before actually minted the $10 icon.
I don't know what that is, but that's some kind of Something Awful, like history icon. $10.
It's not associated with Something Awful, according to Richard Kyanka. But it is a famous emoticon from the internet history. So
was he gonna mint that with you and sell it?
Yeah, we ended up minting it. I listed it for 10 Ethereum. We never expected it to sell, but now it's actually got a bit of value.
Well, I hope. I don't know. I guess I hope his kids get something out of it. I don't know them though. I don't. Care.
I mean, they're getting $90,000 from goons already. So
yeah, that's nice.
Well, I'm sure that'll make up for it.
I'm sure it'll get to them too.
Yeah.
Sure it'll be like, definitely. It's all going to the kids.
It'll be like UNICEF funds, Red Cross. What happened? Or St. Jude's. Hey, what happened to that $1 billion that we gave you? How much went to kids? I mean,
a lot of overhead.
A lot of overhead. Yeah. I'll check. I'm gonna start the timer now. When I get you back the answer, I'll invoice you for the time I spent. Futa, what do you want to be called?
I go by Alice or Futa Snake. That's fun.
Alice or Futa Snake. Okay. Anything else on Lowtax? Any last words you want to have on Lowtax?
Not terribly. Like that's really the truth of the whole situation. From what I understand and what I gathered in the past 4 years of knowing him, like it's not like he openly talked about any of these things, because like I've talked to other goon friends who he kind of like asked for help without asking. It was like, hey, blah blah blah, can you do this for me, whatever. And they're kind of looking back at it and being like, was that a cry for help? Like, did he need more help than we were giving him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish people could shut everything off, Sean. Like, the court ruined your life, the wife took your kids, whatever. Just
most
go
people
to Mexico.
cannot.
Forget about the kids. Never existed.
Yeah. Almost nobody can.
They were all killed by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
They don't exist. That happens, you know. You have to move on. Life takes away your loved ones. You have to move on. Sometimes you don't, I guess. But
that's the thing. It's all
your
depends on
wife
the person.
does it, and the government does it, and it's different. You can't get over it. But
it was a complete dog pile in the end of it.
Yeah.
Like, it was everybody on the internet, all the people of his community that he built. His Facebook bio is literally the internet's #1 enemy. His Steam bio is like, goons hate me. So, like, yeah, he was just feeling just dejected from everybody.
We need a new McAfee. It could have been Lowtax.
That's what I fucking told him in the last exchange. Is like, just go McAfee.
Yeah. People would have loved that. You want to get some comedy back? People would have fucking loved that. But
fucking start a mangosteen like plant and shit, you know.
He's drinking mangosteen in hell now, or I guess nowhere. I don't know. We're already in hell. So, okay. Futa Snake, thank you for calling in. Any last words?
For having me.
Any last words on Lowtax?
Buy my $10 NFT. Buy my OnlyFans. I need money. I have a fucking pet crow. I need to feed that bitch.
You have a pet crow?
Yeah, I have a pet crow. His name's Poe.
Like
Magic a Dispel?
When you got an upgrade to a raven?
I found him hurt after a storm about a year and a half ago. He was just like literally waterlogged. He had a bunch of bite marks on his wings, so it looked like other crows were kind of bullying him. And I just kind of put him in my rain poncho and took him home. And now he's my little buddy.
What's your OnlyFans?
Alice Alethea, same as my Twitter.
Okay, hold on. Spell that out for me.
I want to see this crow.
Yeah, is the crow on your OnlyFans?
It is. Actually, I have a video of me bathing with him on it.
Okay. Spell out your name.
Crow.
You don't want to see the crow?
Yeah, I do.
So it's Alice, as in Alice in Wonderland. Aletheia.
Oh shit! Do it slower.
Aletheia.
Do it. That was faster.
Alethea. Aletheia.
Okay. Alice Alethea. Maybe less vowels.
It's there's a long story behind the name, but basically
just
it's
a long name. All right, I don't see any crow things here. I don't know if
I've posted plenty of pictures in the Discord if you just want to check that.
Yeah, okay. Let me check that. Where?
I'll post one right
now. Okay.
So does a crow just stay in the house all the time, or?
Yeah, I've got him in a cat cage. He wears a diaper around the house because we used to live in a crack house.
Crow's perched on.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So yeah, we used to live in a crack house, so he could like free roam all the time because my partner's mom's a terrible person. But regardless, we ended up getting a new place that has carpet now, so I have to actually like put him into a diaper and shit.
And he's pretty.
You put the crow in a diaper?
Do crows get?
Yeah,
moody?
it's not easy. Oh, very moody. Very moody.
Yeah.
He's a little brat constantly.
Like parrots. Like, I mean, you know, you don't know if you're going to get fucking the shit bit out of you or. Yeah.
So does that make you a diaper fur too? You're putting diapers on your
I mean,
crow?
I don't sexually think of my bird, so I don't think
start.
so. And like Futa Snake, by the way, I just want to clarify, is not a furry thing. It's more of a Metal Gear Solid thing.
Okay.
Are his wings clipped?
Not presently. They were last year. I wanted to kind of get him like to bond better with me. So I let him molt out, and now he's able to fly, but he keeps breaking every fucking leash I have.
You have a leash for the crow that flies, so it's like a kite?
Yeah, I got leg leashes for him, but unfortunately they're a bit too big, so you can slip out of them. The diaper also had like a leash attachment for it, but it was like held on by Velcro, and crows don't give a shit.
This is cool. I didn't know you could have a crow as a pet. Look at that.
They're incredibly intelligent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's easily the smartest pet I've had. I've had dogs, I've had cats, I've had everything.
They're much smarter than a dog.
Much smarter.
Much smarter.
What can they do that's so smart?
Well, they're one of the few animals that pass the mirror test.
What's a mirror test?
They understand that that's them.
Oh, like, mirror test.
Mirror test. Yeah, the mirror test.
Oh yeah, Maddie doesn't know it's her.
That's not a fail safe though. Like it's because it's only based on sight. like the reason your dog doesn't go ape shit a lot of the time in a mirror is because they're more smell. So it's like I don't smell another dog, therefore that reflection
must be an illusion.
Something. I don't need to worry about it. But yeah,
but there's TV's not like
crows,
real.
jackdaws, which is like a European version of they've got them over in Europe.
Okay.
There's actually kind of a fun fact about crows I never realized until I owned one is so underneath like most birds speak, especially parrots and stuff, they have kind of a hole and like that's how they whistle and shit.
Okay.
Crows do not. They actually have a giant fucking storage pouch. Like this little shit can like hide 13 cat treats in his face.
Weird.
Huh.
Like
that
some
is weird.
Fucking monkeys.
Yeah, like a pelican or something.
Well, that's the last word on Lowtax. Go to OnlyFans. Alice Ashimala.
Thanks for having me.
Alice Althea. Is that I get it right? Althea?
I think it's Alethea. Technically, I don't
Alethea.
fucking speak Greek.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for calling in. It's sad.
Yeah, no, thanks for inviting me here and letting me share my piece, and so I can kind of get Lowtax's fucking word out there.
Yeah. I'm glad we could do that. Thank you for calling in. Have fun with your crow.